Hey guys, it's Scott Groves with Consolidated Coaching. Wanted to share with you a sales tip that I got from another loan officer. Gave me a great idea. One, because it's a great sales and marketing idea, but two, because it's really the right thing to do. And I've got to tell you, leading up to the Washington Mutual debacle, I worked there for 8 years before they went belly up and had to be taken over by Chase, JP Morgan, which is a totally different story. Interesting read, actually, The Forgotten Bank. The Forgotten Bank, if you're interested in kind of the start to finish story of Washington Mutual and kind of how they lost their way and went bankrupt. It's a fascinating read by one of the editors of the Wall Street Journal. But I digress. One of the things that really bothered me leading up to 2008, and mind you, I was pretty naive, I was in my 20s, I had not seen a bank fail. I wasn't really thinking about the fact that consumer debt can be absolutely crushing and crippling, and people that were using their house as an ATM and taking cash out of the property over and over and over again to pay off other debt, build a bigger house, buy cars, finance vacations, whatever it was. I didn't realize how destructive that was going to be when it all came tumbling down in 2008. So since then, since 2008, as I've kind of been in stage 2 of my career, mostly working on purchase deals with new buyers, one of the things I've been really conscious about is letting borrowers know if it's even the right time for them to buy a house. How does their overall financial profile look like? You know, one of the things that concerns me is there's a lot of programs coming back to the market that are limited or no money down. You know, you get an FHA, plus you get a grant, plus you get a down payment assist. And I start to think like, well, if you can't come up with $1,000 or $2,000 to buy a house, that's pretty scary. And maybe we should be having a deeper conversation about whether or not you're ready to buy. So here's the marketing tip that I got. A lot of our consumers that are buying houses, yes, they can qualify. Yes, they meet the guidelines, but maybe they're not in the best financial spot going forward before or after they buy the house. And so one of the books that a loan officer that I coach has been sending out is this one, Dave Ramsey's The Total Money Makeover. You know, there's a lot of clients that'll probably roll their eyes at some of the information in this book because it seems so elementary. But the truth is I feel better sending this book out to clients who maybe they're in a marginal financial situation and could be well served by having a better financial plan and less debt either before they buy the house or getting on track to do that and make those sacrifices once they become a homeowner. So the marketing tip is if you have somebody who's carrying a lot of debt, unsecured debt, student loans, cars, you know, pick up a copy of this book. You can order them in bulk. I think I bought 100 of them for 15 bucks each, 17 bucks each. I've been sending them out to clients that are in a little bit of those marginal financial spots. Not only is it a great thing to do, you're helping give back to your clients and get them in a more financially free situation. But one of the guiding principles of the book here is to have so little debt that if you can't get to the spot where you can buy a house all cash, you can at least finance it into a 15-year mortgage and not be shackled by debt for 30 years. So if I help a client either get pre-approved or get into a new home with a 30-year mortgage, send them this book, help them start that debt snowball, get them to a position where everything else is paid off, and they can afford to refinance into a 15-year mortgage. We'll save the client a couple $100,000 in interest over their life of their loan. We'll get me another deal, a refinance 2 or 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now when they can afford to refinance into a 15-year. And it's the right thing to do for our clients so that we don't see a repeat of that consumer confidence crash like we did in 2008, 2009, 2010. So Scott Groves, Consolidated Coaching, just remind you to do the right thing, help your clients, and use it as a marketing tool to get another deal somewhere down the line. Talk to you soon. Thanks.